More than 16 hours have passed, and police are still trying to find a man accused of killing 2 women in Shively. We thank you for joining us here on Wave News at 6. I'm Myra Ansari. Brian is off tonight. Police say that man killed 2 friends, and one of those victims was someone that he was in a relationship with, and there had been trouble before. Wave News reporter Julia Richardson joins us now. And Julia, what do we know about this suspect?
Well, Myra, police are looking for 35-year-old Labradford Jamarr Ward, who they say has a history of domestic violence with his girlfriend, 26-year-old Shantia Simmons. Simmons lived in a house on Kingswood Way in Shively with her friend, 22-year-old Amaya Cox. Both women were found dead early this morning. Neighbors say waking up to lights and sirens was the last thing that they expected.
It was a shock. It's a shock. And a bigger shock knowing that she's gone.
One neighbor who wanted to remain anonymous told me she's known Shantia Simmons since she was 2 years old. When she saw lights and sirens on her street early Monday morning, she never expected Simmons and her friend Amaya Cox would be the victims, or that Ward was capable of something like this.
I just can't believe it. And he was a nice, quiet guy. He wasn't physical. I've never known him to just fight her or nothing like that.
Shively Police say Ward did have a history of domestic violence. Detective Sergeant Jordan Brown says this is a reminder of how fast domestic violence incidents can go from bad to worse.
They get frequent domestic violence calls, typically of the nature of minor assaults. It's very rare and unusual to see it escalate to this level, but it is a very tragic incident, and that's why we preach that even if you're in something minor that seems minor at the time, it tends to escalate.
Although police say they believe this was an isolated incident, neighbors are praying the community never sees this again and that the families impacted can eventually find some peace.
I just hope and pray that we don't come to this again, see this again, because it's all, this is just a shocker. I have never seen nothing like this in this neighborhood as long as I've been here.
You pray for everybody on all sides and just hope that, God steps in and just takes care and comforts everybody.
Now, Ward drives a 2021 red Ford Mustang with a Kentucky license plate. There is a warrant out for his arrest, and he's wanted for murder, domestic violence, murder, and possession of a handgun by a convicted felon. Again, here's a look at his picture, and he is considered armed and dangerous. So if you see him, do not approach and call police right away. Reporting in the studio, Julia Richardson, Wave News.
All right,